Hello everybody, welcome to another video. In this video, this is going to be my Air Tycoon 4 series. Now, I actually, from the last episode, I forgot to save it, so we just lost that little bit of progress where we were making the routes to Washington and adding another one to New York. But I've just done that now, and I've saved it, so it shouldn't be too bad. And what I'm actually going to do today, for part 5, there's somebody suggested, his name was I Like Trains Kid 21, I think his name was. He suggested that London to Paris was a great route on here, so yeah, that's what I'm actually going to do today. For that route, I'll need a TU-114. I did say that I was probably going to stop doing that route, but yeah, if I do want to do some stuff that you suggest, if you do suggest it. Oh, I like this one. If you do suggest it, I do want to know what things you think are best. So yeah, if we get this TU-114, make sure that these are all good. If you do that, you get less eating, but you get such good satisfaction. Like if you put them up to the highest one, I always put them to 29. Does it stay on 29? Yeah, you can put it down to 28. I think I'll put it on 30 inches, I'll be nice. And I can hear a doodle in the next room. I don't know if you can hear that. Oh, you can, so yep, we're by the TU-104. And so yeah, I should think that will be about 37 or something ridiculous like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to request I'm going to request 35 slots, I think. I should think that'll be enough. And also I've just seen a fudge that I forgot to eat yesterday, so I'm just going to pick this up. Yeah, never pass down a fudge. Never pass down a fudge. So, we've got those 20 there, and now if we get another 15, that will make 35 slots at Paris. Also, just going to open up this fudge. Probably won't eat it during the video, otherwise you won't be able to fathom what I'm saying. So, yeah. If I get more in London, if it would like to load, thank you. And also I've noticed that that you can only get, I don't know if I've said this before, but you can only get a maximum of 50 slots free at one airport. Now I thought that this was every turn, but it's not. It's maximum free. So any turn you could have a maximum of 50 free. So not 53, 50 ones that aren't taken up. So I should think on that. There are if you want to use a route, if you want to create quite a few routes, so if you wanted to do, for example, you wanted to do from like London to Manchester, like I've done. Let me just request these. If you wanted to do London to Manchester, you requested 50 slots, and then once you got them, you would have had some of the slots taken up, like 37 or whatever it was. You'd have those taken up. So then the amount of slots that so those slots have been taken up, then you can re-request them again until you've got another 50. So that's the thing I like about that. So if I actually request 15 here. Sorry, I was just staying on London Heathrow and blabbering about some things that you can do. You may have already known, you may not have, because you may not have Air Tycoon 4. I would recommend it. It's a pretty good game. Why are they not getting counters? Why are they not getting counters? I think I requested a cargo route, and I requested it at an airport. And I didn't actually want the counters there because they're not going to be used for cargo. Only the officers are, so I think that's what happened. So if I go down here and I open up this and request one, and if I come out and I just requested it. What? I've requested it! Hey! It said that I didn't request, that I haven't requested it yet. Right, request. Thank you! Jesus! There we are. Why won't it open? That's because I haven't got a plane yet. That might be the reason. You need a plane to get between the places there. Oh, pretty big, not pretty big, but I'm starting to get quite a good amount of profit now. By the looks of it. Oh yeah, that one route, that was from Washington, because I didn't go into the next town. I'm going to Washington. Nothing going on. With the airlines, not the airlines, the world news, nothing going on. So I was just eating that fudge. I couldn't resist it. So, there's nothing to do. Okay, so I just go into the next term. And also, there's one thing that I've seen they've added in Air Tycoon 4. They've now added like Olympics, like Winter Olympics and Summer Olympics and the World Cup and things. So if it says like there's the Winter Olympics in Innsbruck in Austria, which there was on one of mine. What's on the news? TU-114 on the market. I'll have a look at that in a minute. So yeah, if you wanted to get so if it was in Innsbruck, not if you wanted to get, if it was in Innsbruck in Austria, then you get more passengers going that route because because you've got all the people going there. So if you've got a route to go into wherever it says, then you probably might need a substitute plane for that route. And also, I think what I'm gonna do, I'd probably recommend this. Have like a substitute plane. Have some substitute planes. So if something like that happens, so if there's a route that's going to so if it was in Innsbruck, I won't have to buy up another plane. I can just I've already got one spare, so then I can just shove that one in for when that starts. So yeah, I've now got the TU-114. I can actually set that up as I've been blabbering on. TU-114. I kind of like the look of it. Apparently it's a Russian plane. Tupelov is Russian. It looks a bit like the de Havilland Comet. I actually did a tutorial on that. It kind of looks a bit like that, just with it doesn't have 4 engines, it has 2. It's kind of like a smaller version of the de Havilland Comet. And the rudder looks a little bit different, and the nose does, and things. Apart from that, it's just like a smaller de Havilland Comet. I could do 33, so I was close there. I think. If I go over to the duty-free, yep, the duty-free. Go to the drinks. I always know it's hard to get to the drinks. There we are. Vegetarian meal. Everyone loves vegetarian meals. I don't think I have fish and chips, so another Hindu meal. I wasn't discriminating Hindus, by the way. Before you jump at me at that. So yeah, got fish and chips, London to Paris. So, if you're watching the video, I like Trains Kid 21. Then there you are. I've done that route for you. So, oh yeah, I'm just gonna check the time on the video. 9 minutes. We are doing fine. I can't remember whether these were meant to be 20 minutes long or 25 minutes long. I'm gonna put them down. I'm gonna put them at 20, whether they were or not. Just because you don't want me going on for too long, do you? I mean, last episode I did. And this is going to be the first episode of the more Air Tycoon 4 videos that I'm going to be turning out, just because I've just seen the popularity of them, like over the long term, not immediately, but I've just seen how popular they are, which is why they're more frequent now. I'm also just going to request some more counters and offices at Heathrow, because I've just seen that there's like 45%. You probably haven't seen it because it's lagging, like it always does. I really hate that. Like, the footage is lagging behind the sound. I've said that a million times, but... because my tablet doesn't have what's called a route, so I can't get some of the screen recorders. So I have to actually use... I actually have to use... I just use Mobism. Like this. So... right. Just unrequest these slots at London and Paris. And then I think we'll see money start churning in. If there's any kind of Olympics or something announcement, which there probably will be, if I just go into the next term, if there's any kind of announcement like that, then I will buy another plane. And that. So, and then this will be like setting up for the Olympics. I actually think I'll call this video something if that happens. Starting to get quite a big profit here. We've got quite a few passengers going on now. That's good. And I can just hear something going on next door. Like in the next room, not actually next door. TU-114. Aha, so I did say I was going to look at TU-114, but I didn't. So I'm actually going to have a look at both of them. I just want to see the 124. I just want to see how good they are against each other. So TU-104 got 90 passengers, does that. TU-114 got 6,000 miles, got 180 passengers, so that's good for the long term. But it goes quite slow. That's good for that's good for, not long term. Why do I say long term? Long haul flights. TU-124. Does that seat more passengers? No, it seats less. Oh, but it goes fast. Yeah, so the TU-104 is better. Yes, good job I actually did that. The TU-104 is better. The TU-124 is just for, I guess they could have used routes like that, but as the time gets on, there'll be more and more people wanting to travel those routes, so yeah, that's actually why I did that. So, right. I'm getting more passengers and money. The only thing that I don't like about this game is when you get, like a crisis, when the economy is just, like, collapsing, and there's less travellers. It's just such a tense time. Anything going on in the world? Nope, doesn't seem to be. So, what routes could I do? I do not, like I said, I do not want to get too many more TU-104s. They will be good for actually putting up the routes, but I do not want to get two more, because like I said, when I have to phase them out, I'm going to be going into a crisis on my own. So, if I actually look at the TU-104s, I did actually buy them. I did actually set them up. Because they're all set up between the different episodes. So yeah, that's actually what's happened. So yeah, I think, should I buy up, more stocks a bit, I guess? More stocks of TU-104s? I don't think I will, so I'm actually just I'm gonna buy a TU-114. I just think this will be the only one in my fleet. I guess I could get, like, one of every plane. Should I do that? I mean, I've got DC-8's got 707, so I'll get a 1049G. I've seen them. They don't do very many people. That's the thing. See, these planes, they go far away, but they do, like, less than 100 passengers, so that's the only thing. I think they'd only really work only for long-haul flights, at least, long-term again. The TU-114 I think I'm going to do now, because there's actually got quite a lot of room in it. I don't think I've ever actually bought this before, so we can share the moment together, I guess. Right, how much is in the business class do we want? The business class, we want... they can have 52 inches, I'm feeling nice. So, still can't change the seat options yet. This could be 30 inches now, I've decided, I think, instead of 29. Just gives it a little bit more room. So, don't need any fuselage coatings, and yeah, we will, yeah, I'll just buy one of them. So, 1 TU-114. I'm also going to buy, there we are, it's on order. So I think I'm going to buy another one of every plane. Actually, no, I'm not going to, actually, because then, I've said actually twice then, I don't think that's a good idea, because then when they need phasing out, then there's just more planes to do, I think, so I'm gonna get, should I get this one? No. No, I'll just keep the TU-114. I think that's seems like a pretty good plane. At this time in the 60s, it seems like a good plane for routes. My money has just gone down because I just bought the plane. My passengers are going up quite rapidly. I've got 130,000. That's pretty good. So got 15 routes. Not like planned routes or whatever. Where should I set up this plane? Where should I go? Do you think? Should I go to Russia? I think I'll go to Moscow. Or should I? I think I might actually save this plane. Ah, I know what to do. I will save this plane when there's Olympics going on. Ah, here we are. There's actually a World Exhibition. There's something like that. I'm actually gonna do this now. When did it say it will be? It said there's a World Exhibition. In 3 months. Oh, for 3 months in April, and right now it is August. So, how much does the TU-114 have a mileage? It has 6,039 miles. How far? If I go back to London, how far is it? Oh, I already also was on London. How far is it from London to Seattle? Like, directly. Oh, I can make it. I can make it just straight there. So, yeah, I think I will actually set up that route there. Should I do it this episode? Yep, we've got time. I'll do it this episode. So, I thought that would that I'd have to do a stopover route. If you can see, probably hasn't popped up for you yet. It might do that now. Where it says SO, it's in red, and then these two planes, one's going on the ground, one's going up. That means that the SO stands for stopover. So, so if you wanted to go to Sydney, for example, which is actually what most airlines do, they go from Heathrow to Singapore to Sydney. So they do a stopover in Singapore, and they go to Sydney, like that. So, yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna be doing here. I do not know how many routes I'm going to manage to get out of this. I think the TU-114 is actually good, because if I've got quite a few people going to be coming here, if this is a World Exhibition, then I do want I've got to have a plane that's got quite a bit of seating on it, and it does go fast. So that's a good thing about this. I may actually keep this route. I'm not entirely sure. I know that it's not actually going to have that many routes, so I'm just going to go with 5. No, not 0. Jesus. I'm going to go with 5 a week. That might be enough. It might not. I have not got any in Heathrow, I don't believe, so... if I can actually have a look, if I just zoom in... no, I do not actually have any, I don't have any spaces, so... Oh, no, not Luxembourg. Not Luxembourg. If I go on to Heathrow, and then I request some slots, and then... I'll set up the route, and then that'll be the end of the episode, I think. So, what do we even do? Should we just set up a new route for the World Exhibition, I guess. So, preparing for the World Exhibition. That's probably what this episode is going to be called. If I remember to call it that. If not, it's called something else. Which I doubt it has. So, if I go here, I think I requested 5. Yeah, I probably did. Can't remember now. I'm really absent-minded. Don't judge me, please. So if I go to Seattle, oh, we need a counter again. Counter every single time. I keep on thinking. Oh dear, never mind. At least it's doing it. Like I've said before, my motto is it doesn't matter how you do it, as long as it gets done, or when you do it. It doesn't matter how you do it or when you do it. Not why you do it though. When you do it or how you do it, as long as it gets done. So, if I request a counter here, I can actually open the route. Like this, open the route. I bet it's going to be like 6 or something. Look at this TU-114. It probably hasn't popped up for you yet, but looks pretty snazzy. I mean, looks pretty long. Reminds me of the Bristol Brabazon, if you've ever heard of that. If you haven't, go look it up. It kind of reminds me of that a little bit. Oh, I got it bang on. Here's 5. I thought it would be something around there, so... if I press next and I go onto the duty free, get that. Got the drinks. Luckily, there was nothing. It wasn't. How do I put it? It wasn't like stopping where it was hard to scroll over to the drinks. I guess it's just like a little funny thing of Air Tycoon 4, I guess, just while it's recording with Mopism. So if I get some pancakes, and I'd want to get something cheap because then that gets their thing up, happiness up, satisfaction, whatever you call it. 60%, that's plenty. That should be enough. If it's about 50% and under, then I want to change it. So under to Seattle. There we are. It's all now done. So I'm actually just gonna turn it to the just to the next turn, just so it safeguards my progress. Because when it autosaves, I'm gonna have to do it again. So I'll just go on to September 1961. I'm gonna get quite a few more passengers now because I've just set up that route, I think, or maybe next turn. I don't know. So now I've got 16 routes actually. The World Cup. Right. How have I got time? Actually, yeah, so I will do that for the next episode. What I'm actually going to do now, I will buy another TU-114, and we'll go to Santiago, I think. So, I'm not going to just have these all in random places, but I do actually want to make it so there's, so they do go to quite a few things, places around the globe. Hang on, what did the DC-8 have? That had 179. How much did the 114 have? It had 180. It had more anyway, so by one seat. So that was good. So I think, right, I need this TU-114. It's good. I wish I checked. I checked that because otherwise, what if it didn't make it? I'll be like, oh, I'd have to do a stopper. So, yep. If I go onto here and then I press order, there we are. I have now ordered my TU-114, my second one, which will be set up on the route with the route to Santiago. What I'm actually going to do, I'm just going to check if it will actually make it there. I should think it will. Hopefully it will, anyway. I really hope it will, because this will happen, like, straight after the World Exhibition thing. I think it's kind of a good thing that they've done that now, because it kind of gives you more chance to go to more places. Oh, no! That will not make it. Yeah. As for next episode, dun dun dun. Oh dear, should I might cancel that, I don't know. So, I'm just going to go on to the next one. I will probably do a stopover route there. So, thank you very much for watching, and thank you for taking your time out of your day to tune into my channel and click on this video, and hopefully watch it to its full length. Hope you did, and my passenger's going down for some reason. Why? Just why? Why, I've got plenty of routes. You were going up a load of times earlier. So, again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video if you decide to tune into that one as well. Bye!